What's good, players? We got another video today. We're gonna be talking about the Izzy versus Jan Blachowicz fight, and we're gonna see what these fighters think about the fight or who they got, and we're gonna see if they on point or if they sound a little casual. Let's get to it. Ready, set, go. Ready, set, go.
Israel Adesanya and Jan Blachowicz,
Michael Chiesa
champion versus champion.
Right.
What do you think about that, and how do you see it going down?
Who doesn't love a champion versus champion fight? You know what I mean? It just, the build-up is always good. There's a lot of hype behind it. And Jan's shown, I mean, this guy's dangerous. He's really battled back from like a 2-4 stretch in his first 6 fights in the UFC. Battled his way up to becoming light heavyweight champion. But he's got to go against Israel Adesanya. And that guy, I mean, this guy is so good. He's got an aura of greatness. He fights so well, ever improving. So, I mean, brimming with confidence. The guy's a special athlete, not just a special fighter, just a special athlete in general.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick against a guy like that. I got to go with the man, Izzy Adesanya. I actually have his shirt in my suit.
There you go.
So
I want to see if anybody picks against Izzy, bro.
I just went grabbed it and put it on the screen. But yeah, I'm pulling for Izzy this fight.
Adesanya and Blachowicz, how do you see that going down? Obviously, champion versus champion.
I'm surprised Michael Chiesa didn't go on a 30-minute rant.
Israel, I've got him. Yes, he's.
Every time they ask Michael Chiesa a question, bro,
for sure, I feel like
that dude answers with an hour-long podcast.
I think he's going to pull out the win for that one.
I think it could be really good for our division, even if Izzy loses. Like, as long as Jan is competitive and it's a good fight, and you know he shows that he is the champion of the world for a reason. Obviously, if he beats him, that's huge for our entire division. It shows how strong we are and how good our champion is, and we've kind of played this round robin thing where some of us have beat this guy and he beat that guy, but I beat him, and like.
I like Anthony Smith commentating.
If Jan beats Izzy, we're all fairly comparable up there at the, like in the top 10. Like any kind of one of those guys could beat any other guys. So that would be phenomenal. But even if Jan loses, but it's a close fight and he's competitive and he has a good showing, I still think it still really highlights our division.
So how do you see that fight going down?
So he's going for Jan because that's his champion?
If you were an analyst for this one, how do you see it going down?
I think stylistically it definitely favors Izzy. Jan is he's not crazy mobile. He does have a habit of standing in front of people. He doesn't have really dynamic head movement or footwork. He just kind of plods forward, and he has this amazing ability to like slow the fight down to his pace. He did it to Thiago Santos at the very beginning, and then Thiago was able to turn it back up, and that's where Jan got caught. But he did it to Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes fights very fast. He has a lot of movement, and
he killed Reyes.
Was able to drag him kind of in his kind of slow, methodical type of fight. If he can do that to Izzy, I think he has an opportunity to be super successful. But I just don't see Israel doing that. He's too dynamic.
Pick him apart.
Striker.
He's gonna pick his ass apart. Promise you that.
But Jan is really big. I've been next to both of them, and it's very clear that those guys are separated. It seems by more than 2 weight classes. They're, Jan is a big dude. He's so big. So I don't know what that looks like. Izzy's hard to get a hold of, so maybe that size isn't really an issue. Well, I don't know if Izzy's power will translate to light heavyweight, but he's not really known as that power striker. He's kind of like Conor. He's crazy accurate, and his timing is really superior to anybody else that he fights. So I think like punching power comparably to the rest of the division, I bet Israel's not even in the top 10 as far as the actual strength of the strike. It's on the button every time, and it's in the perfect spot every single time. So I don't know. I mean, I would favor Israel just because he's been so dominant up to this point, over guys that have semi-similar styles to Jan. I think the only real I think Jan's gonna be a little bit too slow. Anything is his size.
But his size, I think you could look at it as positive or negative.
How long we've been
slow him down.
He gets taken down. We'll see what it looks like. Like, it hasn't happened yet. So I mean, he's done a phenomenal job of kind of guarding that part of his game.
Your experience being in there against Israel
Kelvin?
Adesanya, I'm just curious to know what you think about him moving up to light heavyweight to challenge Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah, I think he's gonna do really well. I actually think he's gonna win. And but at the same time, is he gonna be defending both belts? I don't know. That's the only question that comes to mind is like, is he gonna move up and stay there, or is he gonna defend?
I think Kelvin, when he had that big fight with Izzy,
Do
he
you
was getting a
think
lot of
that holds up
recognition.
the division at all? Him
And
making
he
that
kind of got
decision to
comfortable
move
with
up?
that, like, oh, like, yeah, we had one of the best fights
Not
ever.
yet.
And I think that's why he
I
lost.
don't see how yet, but eventually there's gonna be a time where he has to decide what he's gonna do.
Yeah, and how do you think it goes down between him and Jan?
I think he's gonna win. I think he's very highly skilled, and I know that he's probably fought at higher weights in the past, so I don't think this is gonna be a problem for him.
Adesanya and Blachowicz, champion versus champion. What do you think about that? Who do you think comes?
I think Blachowicz has heavy hands, but I think the experience has to go to Adesanya. I think Izzy's gonna pull that one out.
I gotta go Adesanya, man. I'm a huge fan of him. I love his style. I love everything he's about. I love what he brings to the table. He has the extra. It's not just fighting; he brings the extra to it, which is hard. So I'm a fan of that, and I'm loving the risk he's taking of going up and fighting a guy like that. So,
Izzy posted a picture of him on Instagram, I think. That dude was huge, bro. He looked strong.
We'll see. I'm definitely going with Izzy though.
Obviously, super fight, champ versus champ. How do you see it going down?
Tough fight for Adesanya. That Blachowicz is very good in the weight difference, but I can't bet against Adesanya. I just can't bet against him right now, so I'll go Adesanya.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of bullshit. I think it's I think this guy just thinks it's too much, like he just thinks like
Bro, like, this is a hater, bro.
Reality, like
Marvin
he
Vettori,
still didn't prove much.
quit hating.
Like his last fight, yeah, was good, but it was mainly like I feel like Costa beat himself.
Who's gonna fight this dude next? I think Darren Till. Darren Till, I need you to whoop this man's ass, bro.
The fight before, he fought on my
This
eyes,
dude, bro.
was one of the worst title fight ever, and he basically lost against Romero, so he didn't really.
Sad, bro. Hating ass dudes,
but,
bro.
The media, they're all over him, and.
Oh my! Just cause nobody care about your little ugly ass boy. Look at you, boy, with that cheap ass shirt, boy.
Great, hungry opposition in the top 5 at the moment. I'm tired of talking about Israel Adesanya, man. I'm just talk about me.
What do you think about?
Yeah, but what the attention on himself? No one even knows you, kid.
Jan Blachowicz. What do you think that does to the middleweight division? How do you see that playing out?
Well, he is an active champ, so I believe that he wants to go up there and win, and then come down and defend his belt again. So as long as it not take too long and he stays active, it should be fine. I really hope that he wins the fight so he can keep his hype and his so he's undefeated when on that day when I go up and face him, because I want to fight the best Adesanya there is, and I want him to be undefeated, and I want him to be a double champ.
All right, relax, buddy. You're not beating him. You're not beating him, bro. You couldn't even be Vittori.
So
Vittori's little hating ass.
Yeah, definitely. And how do you think he does against Jan Blachowicz then? How would you break down that fight, and how do you think he does?
Well, Jan is crafty and powerful, but I believe that Adesanya is on the next level when it comes to the striking. I think he's a lot quicker. I think it's going to be hard for Jan to hang with Adesanya, especially in the stand-up. But Adesanya is so good with his footwork and his range as well, so it's hard to take him down. So I really believe that Adesanya is gonna win that fight. Pretty convincingly.
So no one has showed Jan so far.
I think Adesanya comes out the winner on that. Looking at his last few performances, he's looking great. I think he wins that fight.
Think it will be a tough one, or do you see him decisively winning?
I think he'll win on decision. To be honest, it's tough. Blachowicz, I think it'll be a decision, but I think Adesanya wins.
One, Blachowicz and Adesanya, champion versus champion. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, with the double gold.
Who did you say? Sorry,
Smart choice.
Adesanya.
Adesanya. Cool. How do you think it? How do you think it would go down?
Yeah, 5 rounds. I could see a third or fourth round TKO.
Izzy and Jan?
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. That's a crazy interesting fight. I think the size issue is definitely there for Izzy just because Jan is such a big dude, but Izzy's fast, he's accurate. I don't know, that would be a fight that I would have a lot of fun working just because it'd be fun to really dive deep into those two guys' styles and try to figure out what I think is going to happen. But honestly, just sitting here right now, I have no idea.
Nice. So everybody picked Izzy just like I expected. I didn't really choose nobody. I didn't expect nobody to choose Jan. But who y'all got? Jan? Y'all are gonna be bold and pick Jan? I'm not. I think Izzy's gonna pick him apart at the end of the day. I think same thing. Third or fourth round TKO. But if Jan were to win this fight, I'd be surprised. I'd be really surprised, bro. Just because I feel like Izzy's just like one of those guys that you just feel like he's gonna be a champion for like a while. But yeah, I got Izzy. I'll probably make down a breakdown fight later on when it gets closer to the fight date. But as of now, I got Izzy. I'm 4 for 4 on my predictions, so I'm picking Izzy. I'm looking to go 5 for 5. Let me know who you guys got in the comments. I'm out. Peace.